Alright, mateys, welcome back to Trekyards. I be Captain Foley.
I'm green with envy of your accent, but of course I've got a hollow emitter on so you can't tell, because that'd be really confusing.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about Orion ships, one specifically seen in Lower Decks. Season 2, Episode 7, Those Old Scientists.
Lower Decks, Season 2, Episode 7?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Stuart.
Did I say that? Oh my goodness.
Strange
New Worlds. Season 2, Episode 7, Those Old Scientists. Lower Decks on the brain. Yeah, we get to see a Orion science vessel in this one.
With the most inverted commas around science vessel. Because, are they not? Is it a joke? Is it not? It's a ship. It's an Orion ship. It appears we don't get the most... We never get an exterior close-up. So obviously all the shots are from the view screen or from a little bit of cheeky compositing here and there. But of course we saw it. It flashed on screen. Here it is. What do you think we first saw it? Because we did get a new old ship. We got a new old ship.
Absolutely loved it, actually. It goes back to the remastered Orion ship that we do see in TOS Journey to Babel. It was cool to see. I was really impressed with it, actually. Quite dynamic and interesting looking with all the movement and stuff going on, and it was nice to see. It was a pleasant surprise. So I was very happy. How about you?
Yeah, it's one of those few things that TOS, I think it was a light in space. It wasn't even the Aurora Tholian turned around. It was just a light. So this is an entirely whole cloth sort of ship. I mean, I don't think any of the designs from the remastered are amazing. And certainly if you look at 3D models, they are extremely low budget. Clearly they weren't given the budget to really develop big things. So they haven't aged truly that well. But they did go for the TOS style of shapes. Distinct shapes. The Tholian and the Orion and Gorn are very distinct shape-wise. Very distinct. So this is recognisable, if you know that remastered version. As soon as it's on screen, I yelled out to the screen, "Yay, a real Orion ship!" You know, because it could have been, without any shame, an Enterprise-style green, winged ship or whatever. There are those precedents, no whatever to them. But to use the correct style of design for this era was lovely. It adds a cherry on top of, hey, you're treating this thing well. But of course, here is that TOS remastered ship. As I say, you can tell the 3D geometry and texturing is extremely basic, even for the time, considering Enterprise was all in the same time, so it's real basic.
Yeah, we don't really see it too much in the episode, but at least they did add some remastered stuff in there. It's quite a unique idea. I like the like I said, the dynamicness of it, having the moving, the spinning things. And this one was like a stripped down version as well. Like, this is not meant to return home. It was meant for full power to just do these suicide runs on the Enterprise. So who knows how modified this is from what it, should look like as well. So, yeah.
But there's the visual you should be seeing in a brain. We think Orion. Here, of course, the Enterprise ships, the Interceptor, and the big sort of tyrant ship. Clearly, its own thing. I mean, there's nothing here from TOS. Fine designs, green for the species, green for the skin color. That's okay. They're okay,
Are they both John Eves? I know the winged one is.
Yep, both John Eves.
Yeah, they don't feel They don't even feel Star Trek. I'm going to be honest with you. These feel more
Aliens
like Star
of the
Wars.
week. Aliens of the week. Here are the best views of the ship and a zoom in of some graphics on the display. Of course, a bit blurry because I had to zoom into the deep background. But they do give you a real sense of what we can't feel from the other views. So now we've compared. Now what do you think?
Like I said, very interesting. It's actually funny. The one you showed for TOS, it doesn't look similar to the screen grab that I found. It looks a little more truncated. This one kind of has, when it turns sideways to warp out, it also feels very squat. Whereas the actual LCARS or the computer display of it seems much more elongated. It's just weird. But it was cool to see it turn and go off into warp. I got to say, that was a nice shot.
But I am very happy to say I prefer this to the one from TOS Remastered. I think it has a lot more flair to it. Well, actually being removing things, a warp ring or not warp ring can be cut up is a fine variant. Both exist, not a problem. But I think the way I've done the bulbs is more interesting. I prefer the head detail, more interesting. And, I don't know if it was spinning in the episode. I think it wasn't spinning. Otherwise, this would be...
It was.
The whole thing was spinning?
Yeah, there's 2 spinning opposite directions.
Because if it was spinning, you would think that there would be some blur here, and there's no blur here. These are just random stills from the view screen. But I guess it was in motion it was spinning, because these are the stills. And
yeah, they weren't spinning fast. They weren't spinning fast enough to do a blur. Until I think right before it went to warp. But...
Because I was just noting, because it changed the view in the TOS remaster, the thing was spinning, but the whole thing was a haze. But certainly, if you're going for how quick am I going? Well, look at the spin. The spin blur is how quick we're going, etc. I mean, what do you think compared to... I mean, would you maybe favour this one, or do you think that one's a simpler, better design? What do you think?
I definitely prefer the new one we saw on Strange New Worlds. Like I said, this one, the 3D model you have here, it looks different or odd compared to what I remember from the episode.
Yeah, Ben Robinson posted a brand new render of it, so I guess it's one from the magazine they did.
I don't like how that front part is shaped. I don't.
Of
from
which?
the TOS one. From the TOS one, I mean.
But I think this is definitely the case in point for me, as I've been saying for years now. Take the original and do a bit of a modernization. Not actually modernize change, just modernize, because this is the same thing, but modernized. Okay, the ring a little bit, but this is how you do it. It's recognizable, it's new, it's the same, it's efficient. That is a textbook case of visual update done right, I think.
Yeah, and as I kind of said, the one from TOS was designed to be no return journey home. There was a very much modified ship. This is just a different class of Orion ship because it's got more lights on it, obviously. The new one for Strange New Worlds has another ring of lights and stuff.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean,
it is a little bit of a different design.
I never thought the one from TOS was a big ship. I always got the sense it was quite a small. So I'm fine with there being a frigate versus cruiser. And I love that. Yeah, a second ring is all you have to do, and they can't make a giant ring that big, so there's a cut ring. Yeah, great, nice.
Well, Boimler did say that it's a scout ship, though, so. It's still not a big ship, even the one in Strange New Worlds. So,
although Strange New Worlds obviously has sized everything up, so it's kind of a, even the same relative scale to the TOS Connie would make this new ship like 40% bigger because the Connie is 40% bigger than the real Connie. So,
yeah, that's true.
I was very happy to see it, and hey, I hope we see more of it. That means we've had Klingon and this and go on. We'll more seasons. They'll show more fundamentals and classic ones as they go. But yeah, well done. It's a good job.
Yeah, but I got to give them praise for what they did. They did a fantastic job kind of showing this, and I really appreciate that.
Although no exterior close-up, which would have been nice.
It would have been nice, yeah.
That's what they do in
even like a pan behind it to see the Enterprise on the other flank would have been awesome.
They shouldn't have been afraid to show it, because this is as good a shot as we have, and it's blurry because it's a zoom-in. But still nice.
Still looks nice. So anyway, guys, comment down below what you thought about this Orion design. Did you know that this was like the one in the remastered that they based it off of? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell icon to all, and don't miss any of our edited content like this or our live content where we get to hang out with you guys.
And or both together support us in doing this show for years, months, weeks, decades, hundreds of years to come. I mean, holograms. It is possible. Or we could be brains in vats, Futurama. Yeah, I mean, Stuart, there's only so much of us here, right? Just crop up, put us on a shelf. There you go. We're still doing it for the year 3000 with the fourth reboot of the Orion ship. Oh dear. Yes, Patreon is monthly. Join the channel is monthly on YouTube. Super chats on any live. Super thanks on any video. Any video, my goodness. Or PayPal, Trekyards@hotmail.com, or just those likes and free things that Stuart said. And check the links down below. So many ways. Thanks in advance.
And joining the channel gets you in the fleet as well, guys. And maybe in the future, sometime this ship or an Orion vessel of some kind might be in our fleet, and you could be on it. So join the channel and
build one.
Watch.
But it's quite cool. So maybe, yeah.
Watch the fleet video at the end of this video and all of our videos to see if your name's there. If it's not, do what Samuel said. Join or go over to Patreon and help us out. So anyway, until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He is Captain Foley. Bye, guys.
I heard me, matey.